Hi, it's Mike from Shores, South Devon. I'm underneath the Ness Headland at Shaldon on a increasingly calmer day. Actually, it was really rough and windy here earlier, but fairly warm. The tide is racing in around me, so I'm going to have to keep an eye on the tide that I don't get cut off. I just thought I would kind of do a little kind of illustration of adaptation here. I'm standing on a wave cut platform, as it's called. I'll just pan around and show you. I love these places actually. You can see this is quite a large flat area with lots of crevices and deep channels hewn out by the tide action, the wave action. This is an exposed shore, being right on the estuary mouth, facing the open sea. But the first thing you notice, well, I do, is that there's a huge abundance of limpets. At first sight, they're a bit hard to see because the sandstone here, I don't know the geological term for it, but it has these kind of inclusions in the sandstone, which are the identical colour to the limpets. And what fascinates me is how animals adapt to their territory. So if you look at this channel here, and you can see there's quite a lot, there's quite a few rather limpets. There's some pretty huge Porcus lineatus, which is toothed top shells here. I can see beadlet anemones sheltering in the crevice. Go along, and you do see some on top of the rocks taking a battering, but a lot of these animals will kind of find a more sheltered habitat. This really is, it's very abundant, and I find this quite mind-blowing to look at it, to be honest. And I'll give you a good example. So you've got the stones and the sandstone, the light coloured stone, and then you can see nestling is a very similar coloured limpets. These are mainly, from what I can see, common limpets. There are a few China limpets here, Apolloiensis. They're all fairly eroded because they take a battering, but yeah, in fact, as far as I can see, you see these lovely coloured, the lovely coloured rock strata here, actually covered everywhere with limpets on the middle shore, I guess. Yeah, coming up towards the middle shore. So I just thought I'd illustrate that. If you come along here at some time, then just stop and actually have a look at what you're walking on, because you're walking basically on a whole community of animals. So these environmental kind of features hold a lot of life. So I'll just pan around again, show you what I mean, and I can see just so many limpets all around me. So thanks for looking. Okay, I'm going to have a little wander around a bit more before the tide cuts me off. I'm going to explore the high shore in a minute, where I came not so long ago and found some wonderful lichens up there, to show you on the splash zone. I wish I was able to identify the lichens a lot better than I do, but lichens are not particularly easy to identify unless you're very expert. But hey ho, they are wonderful to look at. So just pan up and show you where I'm standing. There's the imposing Ness Headland, and right above me is the viewpoint, which is fantastic place to look for dolphins and such like. out in the open sea. So many thanks for looking, and I'll see you soon.